Good morning. I'm coming at you from Detroit, Michigan at about 5 a.m. Not for any particular reason other than I have some things on my mind. I have some things I'd like to get off my chest. Recently, I've been doing a lot of work to sort of combat the generational trauma in my family. It's not out of anger or out of hatred or frustration that I'm coming to you with this. It's out of just a general need and want to achieve success and sustainability and livelihood for myself and my family. Recently something happened and I can't stay quiet about it. I have to bring it up. There was a violent crime. There was a shooting and a stabbing at the studio space that I have been putting all of my energy into working at and renting for about the last month. And I'm devastated because, somebody that, is part of my community has been injured and somebody violently injured them. And I'm devastated. But also, I was just getting the traction and the footing in this community to start my own business so that I could finally realize my dream of having a commercial pottery studio space for classes. I've been reaching out to schools and DNR, parks and recreation facilities to find a sort of equitable, accessible place for me to partner with to provide pottery classes. And I've been getting a lot of traction. I've been getting a lot of really good feedback and partnership offers. I've been getting a lot of encouraging words from community members and everything like that. I got a mini grant. I've been getting a lot of really, really wonderful movement. And I can't do it alone. I can't do it by myself. I can't manifest this without more support, without more community support. In light of the recent violence and tragedy that happened in this space that I'm still very much invested of and very much like wanting to become a part of. I reached out to my mom and my dad to see if in the meantime, while I continue to look for commercial options and wait out, weather this storm and support of my community so that I can still deliver products and services, I asked my family if they wouldn't mind installing a kiln on their private home property, just temporarily, even just on my behalf, just like my small test kiln. And they said what they've always said, which is no. Go find somewhere else. Go find someone else. Go out into the world and be independent and find your own way. But it's more than that. Uh it's a constant struggle between my parents because my dad has a history of alcoholism and abuse, and while he's been on the mend for several decades, my mom is still very, very much traumatized by the abuse and the anger and the hate and the damage. And I've reached out to her and I reached out to my dad, both of my parents, on several occasions to see if they would consider supporting me in my business and my efforts to install a kiln temporarily in their garage. And they say the same thing. They say no every single time because it's my dad's garage space, it's his domain, it's his home, it's his house, it's his property, it's his. And I reached out to my mom and I said, after 30 years of marriage, over 30 years of marriage, you still can't rely on your partner and your relationship to say, look, I'm here to, I helped you raise a family, I helped you to support emotionally our children, I helped you to support our home life. This is my home too. This is half of my home too. I get half the garage. I get half the house. I live here too. And she won't. She won't do this for me. She won't support me in this way, and she won't stand up for herself and her rights and her equality. And I'm so angry. And I don't want to victim blame my mother because I remember what it was like living in that house when my dad was drunk and violent and angry. And I've been doing the work with therapy and seeking out behavioral medication and coping mechanisms and sensitivity training and all of these wonderful resources. But at the end of the day, I deserve a career. I deserve a gentle home. I deserve safety and security for myself and my child and my partner and my students and my community. I deserve the safety and security of these things. And so does everyone else. So does everyone. But I can't. I'm working so hard to forgive my dad because the burden is heavy to carry of anger and hatred and hurt. And I'm trying so hard to forgive my mom because she also deserves peace. But she won't stand up for me. She's traumatized, and her family sort of abandoned her in the choice to marry my dad. My grandparents were always close and nearby, but they would not support her in decisions to divorce. That time was not a time where my mom had the support that she needed when I was growing up, when I was a child, when my brother was a child. No one told her she could do it, and she didn't know how to believe in herself. No one told her she deserved better. No one told her that she didn't have to endure the pain and the hardship that she was being faced with every day. And maybe somebody did, but she was so used to the abuse and the neglect and the anger and the violence that she, no matter what, could not believe it. So I'm here today because I'm still looking for my safe space. I'm still looking for my community. I'm still looking for my support system. I'm here today because I'm strong and I'm trying and I'm doing the work. But without a community, I cannot thrive. Without the support of a family that actually wants me to be successful, I cannot be. I know there's a lot of tragedy and there's a lot of need, and there's a lot that still needs to be done to promote safety and community for everybody. But I deserve some peace as well. My daughter, my partner, my cats, we deserve peace. Damn it. um, I deserve to have a career. I deserve to be wanted. I deserve to have a community that will support me and that will stand with me. And I'm still looking for that space. And I thought I had found it. I keep thinking that I had found it. But somewhere in the back of my mind is this history of violence and this history of distrust and this history of never really feeling like I belong or that I'm wanted because of the trauma that I've lived through, the defense mechanism that I built within my own heart and my own mind and my own soul. I don't know what I'm asking. I do. I'm asking you to engage with this post. I'm asking you to donate to my Cash App and my Venmo and my Linktree. I'm asking you to, if you're in the Detroit area and you know of a truly safe space for art and artists that are excited and exuberant and want to engage in ceramics and education and crafts and will really not just say they'll support me, but really actually do it. I'm looking for that venue. I'm looking for that community so that I can stand on my own 2 feet and say, I did this, I deserve this, I belong here. If you can give me a piece of that safety and security, I would be so grateful, and I would work so hard, and I would earn it, and I would be the one that you could count on to offer a piece of my heart back and a piece of safety and acceptance and understanding. Thanks for listening.